every time you want to make a change, you actually have to change. I think that's what a lot of people don't realize, or I didn't realize at the beginning as well. And if you do want to make a big difference to your body or anything, you don't necessarily have to change that much. For me to make this the difference from 100 days to go to now, it's nothing massively drastic. It's tiny little tweaks. It's firstly like the awareness of what you're eating and what you're putting into your body, how much you're moving, how heavy weights you're lifting, and all of your form and that stuff. And obviously focusing on your mindset, but it's little tweaks and staying consistent. My diet is not drastically different now to how it was 100 days ago, but I have been consistently focused on it day after day after day. So when you're training for a competition, it's a little bit more focused than if, you know, you just want to look a little bit different or feel a little bit different, or you're getting ready for a holiday. But the biggest thing is looking back and being like, wow, I've actually done it consistently for a long time, because you just enjoy the process. People say it and you don't always believe them. I remember Mum used to say to me all the time, yeah, but you know, you feel so good doing this, and I love lifting weights, it makes me feel brilliant after being in the gym. And I used to be like, oh, I'm hungover, I don't do it. To now, where, you know, I can still go out and have drinks with my friends, obviously lockdown's over.
Yeah.
But you want to then eat well, get back in the gym, you know, make yourself feel good. Like, you feel so much better doing it. So tiny changes, being consistent, it just becomes like a whole different lifestyle.
And on that point of you know, going back out again, being able to get out and about, one of the brilliant things about changing your body, and we will come on to the business in a minute because it has so many repercussions, Annabel, seen with your clients as well. But one of the things that is brilliant about changing your body is that no outfit can actually be a killer body. I'll say that again, for those of you who've been spending too much money online and on clothes, no outfit can beat it. I was really a great one for, you know, loving sort of new outfits the whole time. And every time I had a speech, you know, or a talk or whatever, pre-lockdown, I'd always go and want to get a new outfit. But that sort of peripheral stuff does become a bit less important when you know that your body looks great. And this is not me, you know, saying this to brag, it's to sort of inspire, really. And Annabel knows exactly that as well, because fashion obviously is a wonderful, fun thing, but it's very expensive as well. And as we, again, you know, Annabel, myself and the team, the more we're sort of working with people, identifying their issues, what we see is, you know, people, they want to earn the money, they want to do really well with their revenue, but they also want to learn how to be very, you know, to put together a freedom fund, let's say, you know, to be sensible with their money, to allocate it, to invest it properly. And so that means not buying a load of crap, really, you know, and being sensible with where you put your money. So there's all sorts of links between the body and business, you know, and that's just one that sort of occurred to me as we're talking. But, you know, carry on, Annabel, about sort of mindset stuff as well, if you want to.
Well, it's on that as well. When you become disciplined in one area, and your body is, you know, the first one that we work on everyone with, once you're disciplined in that area, it just filters into every other aspect of your life, particularly business. So rather than putting something off to the next day, or rather than, you know, working to the early hours of the night and saying I need to prioritize my sleep so that I can do XYZ the next day, it, you know, filters into all different aspects of your life and makes a massive difference. Sometimes without you feeling like you're doing too much, you think I'm really concentrating on getting my body to where I want to be, or I'm really concentrating on just getting a little bit more sleep. And the difference that comes in your business and the rest of your life is phenomenal sometimes.
Well, I think what it is that, you know, by having to be focused on some goals to do with your body, inevitably that does mean, you know, better nutrition, better sleep, better hydration, and by getting better sleep, I mean sort of going to bed slightly earlier and things like that. And then what happens is you just feel fresher the next day. We see this with so many of our clients, don't we? Where one, you know, we had one recently really struggling with her sleep, and now, you know, it's been radical what's happened because she's had more sleep. So when that happens, you've then got more energy and focus to be able to put into the important things in the day.
Definitely, yeah.
And I think, you know, you were saying about your morning routine and everything like that. But I mean, did you want to sort of say any more about that with regard to the things that we've got in the program and how it sort of changes people, not just in the program, but after?
Yeah, I mean, so we have a lot that goes in there, so I won't be able
Mm.
to go through all of it, obviously, but just doing the morning routine that we give people and that we talk to everyone about, and that obviously we practice ourselves. Even just doing part of it, getting into a place where, let's say you've got a really busy day ahead, a big thing on, and you're like, okay, I can just do this, this, and this in my morning routine. I know that sets me up.
Yeah.
Then I'll get to the gym because that makes me feel good. I feel good already because I had a good night's sleep. Everyone always has water with them for every single meeting because I'm notoriously bad at drinking it.
Uh-huh.
It just makes such a difference. It's, one of those things that, like, again, after 100 days is second nature. When you start, it's like, oh, I've got to drink my water and I've never done that before, so what if I don't drink a whole 2 liters? Or, and you focus on all of those things, but really if you just keep concentrating on what you can do rather than what you can't do. At the beginning I couldn't necessarily drink all my water. I wouldn't always feel like I had time to get my morning routine done because I didn't have the best sleep the night before because I hadn't prioritized it yet, and things like that. And our clients feel the same way. We all go through that at the beginning, but sometimes we just give ourselves 1 week or 2 weeks to make a difference, and it's almost like not giving yourself a chance. Whereas when you give yourself 100 days and just look back over 100 days, how different you can be, not just you, but your business, everything. Yeah, I think give yourself a little bit of time to get into it, and it's crazy. You look back 100 days ago and you're like, wow,
Mm.
everything
Well,
is.
and then you can have many cycles of 100 days, can't you? Like you
Yeah,
have, I mean, and like I have as well, because we had someone, I think she was WhatsApping this morning, and this is a very switched on business lady with a busy life, children, everything like that. But she was worrying that she'd not lost weight yesterday. And as we were sort of saying, and we fed back to her, you don't on a program like this, it's long term. Yes, you make a big transformation in 90 days, but it's the way it's the habits that you form that are the important thing. And you're not going to lose weight every single day, otherwise you would drop to, like, it takes 50 years to get there, and it's not going to take 5 minutes for you to sort of reduce your weight to, well, practically negative, wouldn't it, in the end, if you lost weight every single day. So it's changing your mindset is so important. And before we move on to business and some of the things that our clients have achieved and sort of the corporate clients we work with, I just wanted to, the people are going to see your pictures and go, wow, like how, amazing and tiny your waist looks now. And you can take completely different shape, but you actually
Yeah.
weigh the same. It's not like we're starved people. In fact, we get people to eat more. And what you were telling me about, there was an item of clothing that looks different, and yet your weights now don't seem as heavy as they could.
Yeah, and also my actual weight is roughly the same to 100 years, 100 days
Yeah.
ago. But my body looks totally different. So yeah, I bought this skirt, very optimistically, from Topshop, which is, notoriously smaller in size than you would think. And I was like, yeah, I'll buy a size 8, I'm always size 8. Could not get it above like my knees. That was as far as it would go. And I was like, do you know what? I'll just put it in the drawer. I'm sure I'll come back to that later, which I think lots of people do. I've had many outfits over the past that I thought I'd just save them for, that day where I lose weight and look how I want to look. But yes, now it's too big for me. So I weigh the exact same, but my clothes are bigger. And, when we went into lockdown, I got everything ready for like a home gym. So I got some weights. My heaviest weights were 10 kilograms that I would use for all my leg stuff. And that felt like so much. I could do like 8 reps of things max. It was really heavy. I'd be really achy. Whereas now I'm like, okay, what weights am I getting next? They're too light. I need to get some more. So yeah, you can get stronger, fitter, healthier mentally as well as physically, while looking how you want to look. And I think people are starting to become a bit more aware of that now. The whole like strong, not skinny. But your whole body shape can change just because you're building the muscle and you're eating so that your body runs like a car, like you always say.
Yeah.
Like a
And this, sorry.
So like a Ferrari rather than an old banger.
That's it. Yeah, that's what we want. And then this leads me now onto the subject of productivity. We sort of touched on it. So you get all these benefits with your body. That in turn leads into the benefits of having more the ability to focus more for longer periods of time, clearer mind, and everything. And that in turn makes you more productive. Not in terms of just doing more of the same thing, but actually, firstly, sort of considering much more consciously how you're thinking, what information you're consuming. And we do teach a lot of this on the program, don't we? You know, to be choosy about what you let into your mind, to be very clear on your priorities. And then miraculously, but it isn't miraculously, what we find with all of our clients is that they achieve these things that they've never been able to achieve before. We've got so many examples of it. I'll let you talk about one of our clients in a moment, Annabel. Maybe I'll let you pick a couple. I'll just pick one where, you know, she'd been saying for some time that, you know, she was being overlooked for this amazing job. And then basically what happened was that we worked with her on all the things that we've described, and she got very clear on her priorities. She redid her personal branding. And, you know, surprise, surprise, after working with us for, I think it was only about 6 or 8 weeks into the program, she was offered not one, but 2 jobs, the sort of job that, you know, she really deserved, but she had never been able to attract before. And that's from the person who, you know, the job perspective. And then you go to somebody who runs their own business. We had someone who, you know, is now teaching all of this to her team. And in turn, they are becoming super productive themselves. You know, she's got more people now at a level that she wanted them to be than they had previously been. And, you know, she's able now to run programs herself, deliver speeches that she wasn't ever able to achieve. And it is all, you know, and because it's a combination of things. It's confidence, it's the ability to focus, it's being very, very clear on what it is she's trying to achieve with her team. So our client base now consists of not only individuals, but also companies. And particularly corporates. You know, for example, we're doing a taster session for an organisation which has got many, you know, household names as part of it. You would know them, and we're doing a taster session for them because companies are realising that if they deliver this sort of content to their workforce, then that workforce becomes stronger. And, you know, practically speaking, won't get colds, won't get ill, and are around all the time, more resourceful and able to resolve problems, because there's always problems in business, and, you know, more productive. And that in turn is going to make that business more successful. And that's what we've sort of come up with really here now, is a holistic solution to business issues as well as individual issues. And that's really where Annabel came from. You know, when you were working on those programs.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like,
yeah.
when I was working on that before I came over, I mean, one of the reasons I came over is I was like, oh, well, I'm really only working on one aspect, and you're doing everything together. You know, I think people were slightly aware, and, you know, everything was focused on the career. How can you progress your career? How can you manage the rest of your life around, have your work-life balance and things like that? But it was all focused on the usual business things of like building your network, increasing your skill set, working on your relationships, all that stuff. And we'd throw in like, let's do a yoga session or a fitness session as a nice to have. Whereas now it's like, okay, you've really got to focus on your mental and physical fitness first, and then everything else comes. So we do all of the body stuff first, all of the mindset stuff first. And even some of our individual clients, you know, they've been with us for quite a few seasons now, and their first target was, you know, either a body target or a business target, but it was to get back to where they were or to take one step forward. And now, like 3 seasons later, they're like, okay, what's next? So now I'm a partner and I look better than I looked when I got married, and I'm this and I'm that. Like, what's next? How are we, like, you know, and it's like the world's your oyster again, rather than trying to overcome challenges. But the key thing is, you know, it used to just be all business and career related, whereas now it's like, okay, we need to focus on your body and your mindset first, because then things come to you. And we obviously saw that when you first made your transformation. It's like, oh, a new opportunity. And we have it with our clients as well. We have people that say, I think you mentioned earlier, oh, I want to get this promotion or this next role. And suddenly 2 weeks in the program, they're like, oh, I've got 2 offers. I don't know which one to take. So you end up with a lot of luxury decisions to make.
Yeah, exactly. We had another client who had a target, a very high revenue target in her business, and she's very senior in the business. And with a lot of coaching and working together, as I say, she's very senior in this business. She's ended up with a potential deal, just one deal, and we're only in April, which is going to smash that whole annual target. We've got someone else who works in a business, partner level, and it's a $500 million turnover company. It's huge, but the opportunities that are coming her way as a partner, since she's been on this program, and she fully credits the program with it. And so I suppose the message for today's talk is that, firstly, it's holistic, what we've put together. We very, very much saw the gap in the market for something that tackles productivity and peak performance, but from a holistic perspective. It's not just fitness, it's not just business, it's not just mindset, it's all three, and we go deep with it. The next thing is consistency, and the fact that both Annabel and I really embody that. We didn't sort of just do a one-off transformation and then decide we're just going to teach everybody else that. We're living and breathing this stuff the whole time. We're both undergoing transformations, constantly setting ourselves new challenges, and taking our client base with us. And I suppose the third thing it's worth talking about, since we're sort of on this subject now, is about the app, the app that we've got, which keeps all of this information in one place, because it's lovely to see where you've come from and where you're going, and you want to see all of this together. And again, there was no one single piece of technology which kept all of it together, which tracks all your activity, which tracks your mindset, which tracks your nutrition. And so that's what we've created. This amazing sort of technical solution to support, clients, corporate clients who want to bring all of their workforce onto it. And then individuals, high flyers who really want to take that next level. They're already doing well. I call them midlifers, midlife professionals who are already doing well, but, we know more and more about longevity now, something else we cover in the program. And, you change your mindset when you learn this science. When you start to realize the science that's out there, and the likelihood that 100 is the new 60, and that, the likelihood is we ought to be living to 150, then you start to realize that there is plenty more you want to be doing. And at midlife, you're only just starting. And so that means that you need space to show a lot of history and a lot of future. And so we put together on this app. So I don't know if you want to mention any of that, Annabel, because it's still very much in development. We're really excited about it.
Yeah, well, it's, people come up with things because you want to solve one of your own problems.
Yeah.
The part is, if you, and one for a lot of corporates as well, is you can go to one place for your mindset stuff, one place, many places when it comes to your business things, and, one place or many places when it comes to your physical body. There's nowhere really that has it all in one place. And that's what everybody wants, convenience. And to, once you start measuring things, you want to measure everything, and be able to see how far you've come. Like you said, once you start working on longevity, which is obviously what we teach and what we go into as well, 100 days is nothing. So
you're talking about 100 years.
Well, yeah, when I accidentally said 100 years, that's my future transformation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, everything in one place, everything that can be tracked. And it's amazing to see when you focus on all three together, how things happen and everything comes up a level more than you would expect. If you've got your clear goals, that's great. You've got the place where you want to go. If not, we work with everyone on that. But like I said earlier, you end up coming back being like, hey, what's next? I've got another 150 years to go. What am I doing now?
Yeah. Well, so on my B&B, it's a place to come and start your transformation and then to be able to continue it. But what it is not is, it's not just a fitness app. There's many, many fitness apps in the market that you pay, a subscription every month. That's not our market. By all means, if you want to jump on and start to do the holistic, the fitness, the business and the mindset, then that is for you. But, anyone listening here, it's not just a fitness app. Because a few people, when I've spoken to them and showed it to them, they're like, oh my God, oh no, I thought it was like, a Mark Wright or a, what's it called? Live with Louise or whatever it is, one of those. No, it isn't that. It's not just a fitness app. It's got all of that in it. It's got me and Annabel working out. it's got workouts for every day, it's got nutrition, everything. It's only one small part of it. It's got all this other stuff as well. And also, it's not something that purposely creates dependence. It is not like a supplement company. It is not a Herbalife or a Reflex or we're not trying to tell people that they've got to use this particular supplement to lure them and make them keep paying for it. So it's definitely nothing like that. It is genuinely something that will give you the necessary skills to radically change your life. I'm objective. I hope to be as much as I can. But, I look at my daughter as objectively as I can. And I can see, she's helped me with this business from the beginning. But I've been able to see, we've done it equally. I have to stress that, we're co-founders, and it is an equal thing, this company, because we've got two sort of age groups, if you like, looking at it. But it's very interesting to see that we've both radically changed during this journey, and we both now very much embody this whole lifestyle. It's easy for us in a way to eat the way that we eat, to want to stay completely sort of as strong as we can, nourishing our body and making it as fit and healthy as we can. And this is what happens. You have this platform that we've put together really encourages and helps and supports every single person who comes on it, no matter where they start from, what age they are, what their ambition is, to really progress forward. And they take these skills for life. And I suppose that's the point I was just about to make, is that what I'm so happy about doing this with Annabel is that she's got and this is now being as a subjective as a mother, is that she's got these skills for life, and you want that for the people that you love. And that's the other thing, is that when people come on this program, there's a ripple effect. It's not just for them. They tell us these great stories, don't they, about what's happened with their family and, their nieces, their nephews, their kids, their mum, their dad, where this has sort of happened. So I don't know if you want to add anything there, Annabelle.
No, while you were talking, I was thinking it's so funny how when you had your first transformation, it wasn't by mistake, because you're always looking for how to improve. You've always been into like increasing your own performance, like human performance, in every way possible. But you had to go out and look for everything, find everything. And it was like a happy coincidence that everything fell into place. Whereas now it's like we have a one-stop shop for anyone who wants to do that. Yeah. To come and do it in one place. You don't have to go and find the best nutritionist, the best trainer, the best business coach, because it's all in one place. The best mindset coach, anything like that. It's all in one place, and soon to be all digital and remote as well, like on an app as well. It's all
and it's not just us, although I have to say that between us we've got quite a lot covered. Me, with all my years of corporate, means that I've managed to sort of experience quite a lot of things, so and gone out my way to qualify, qualified PT, resistance training specialist, qualified nutritionist now, associated with the British Dietitian Association, and then on the mindset stuff, I've qualified as a relationship coach, as a life coach, an NLP master practitioner. I actually did that in 2006 with Richard Bandler. Future Life Progression, I did that with Anne Jersh. And then, obviously on the business side, I've got many years in business and was lucky enough to be awarded an MBE. And then you've got Annabelle's very unique perspective, working probably the most prestigious financial houses in the world, actually. You were headhunted by the last one, and you worked on their senior women programs, and so she's got a very corporate and I suppose millennial perspective in a way, that she sort of sees it very much from that. So you've got a lot of experience with us, together with our team, who've worked on the career side for quite some, for many years, some of them. But then on top of that, we bring all these guests in. So we bring in all these guests every week. We, not only have I interviewed guests on this live show, but we brought lots of guests in onto the program as well, haven't we, Annabel? For body, mind, and business, and we continue to do it.
So it's not just access to us and you and all of the knowledge you've created. It's everyone that can help in a mind, body, business, human performance area. you bring in to speak to and let our clients like listen and ask questions to. And, you know, it's just access to
Yeah.
all of your best contacts, which,
Yeah.
you know, it's great.
Yeah. And we keep looking and we keep working and we keep transforming ourselves. And so anybody who joins YBMB can come on this amazing journey of discovery with us, because the learning never stops. So that's it really. So I'll bring out Annabel again onto this live show, because we'll probably talk body competitions for one of these body sessions, because I'm sure people will be quite interested in that, in our journey.
You get to see all our sparkly outfits and shoes.
Yeah, I can't wait
and
for
the
that.
hard work that goes behind it.
I mean, that would be really fun to do that. It really will. And when we, sorry.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. And also, probably what we could do as well is demonstrate this app in a little bit more detail on one of the sessions. But I think the key message, just to finish off, is that the learning does never stop. It's much better if you do it holistically, because one thing helps another. And you can make a significant change in 100 days, just 100 days, which, if you think about it, between now and 100 days, summertime, should be allowed on holiday. If you want to look fab, got 100 days to do it. If you want to jump on and join YBMB now, the link will be there. But then, you know, your journey can continue. With or without us, you'll have all the skills. And you have me and Annabel to sort of liaise with and encourage you along the way as well.
Cheering you on the whole way.
Yeah. All right then. Well, lovely to talk to you, Annabel.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. And I love your hair. We'll probably be blonder next time as well, won't we?
Yes, we'll be let you know if blondes have more fun next time.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things, once you get a little bit of blonde in, you're thinking, oh no, I want more now. It's a bit addictive, I think.
Yeah, it's like ear piercings.
Yeah. You look lovely. So, all right then. Nice to see you.